don't know, but I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Third down and 7 yards to go.
On third down, Burrow. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he'll throw right away. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the
Allen.
16-yard line.
And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Makes the score Bills 7, Bengals nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 45 yards.
First down.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
That
extra point right down the middle.
7.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Cincinnati.
This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Bengals 14, Bills 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
The tackle made back at his 48.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Matt Bosher in punt formation.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. But he will not come anywhere close to the first down marker. And that gives us a turnover on downs.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just noticed special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake for Brandon. Don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 16 yards, a first down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now a handoff looking right. He's got a first down past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. They'll run on first down with Singletary. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
3rd and 1.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The 24-yard line.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Allen. Flushed out right. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On for the field goal of 41.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Bengals drive about to get going. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race.
Showtime, baby.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
To
Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
The kick is good.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Now Burrow on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Play action. It's Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Cincinnati.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That drive took him inside to 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Allen off the play fake. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Allen's pass intended for Dawson.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Down at the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Allen's throw is complete, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
42.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 9.
On play action, Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he stopped immediately there.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Grant Haley in on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and
Burrow will throw.
at the 40.
Got a man open. It's Ross.
No, sir. No, sir.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Complete.
John Ross. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much? And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
1st and 10.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 26.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Complete to Tyler Boyd.
That one goes for 24 yards.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on. And he's gone 2-2 on us now at 2 receiving touchdowns, now his 2nd rushing touchdown.
And that's the back of the NFL nowadays, isn't it? The ability to do everything. You can't just be one or the other. The best ones able to run it, catch it, and produce big-time points put on the board by him.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Now 3rd and 4.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Man open left side, it's Williams. A very solid gain of 27.
7 more yards. That's another Bills first down.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
It's over at 1st and 10. At their own 7.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Again, it's Mixon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup at 25. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Joe Mixon, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. From the gun to give to Mixon. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
To John Ross.
John Ross with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Bills 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time, but it'll be second down.
25-yard line.
Throwing again. Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Mixon with a first down carry. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
46-yard line.
And they give this time to the tailback. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
48-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Here's Allen.
And 4.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From the gun, Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. One final try here for Allen. Buying time to his left. And my goodness, another interception.
For this.
William Jackson with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
He's brought down by Tre'Davious White. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Tonight's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about it.